On December 13th of 2022, a man called Paul was doing his job as a day guard at his local factory when one of the weirdest events possible occurred. It was around 8 p.m. when the following video was taken, and it took place just after Paul had finished working. Except little did anyone know that it wasn't Paul after all. Throughout the day, he had been acting stranger than usual and not being his normal self, but it was after he beckoned his friend Tim to come into the back with him that everything became apparent.
This is Paul, and you are about to witness a possession. He's allowed me to post this video, but only if I conceal his identity. Paul is the day guard, and at the end of his shift, I didn't know it at the time, but in an act of kindness earlier in the day he tried to remove and discard the statue head. The following takes place before the Night 12 incident.
Strangely, Paul started to mutter in an undetectable language, and no one could decipher what it was that he was trying to say. Many predict that it was ancient Latin, but after specialists shut those rumors down, people were left clueless. Regardless of the language though, what happened next was terrifying.
Need a 86 for a friendly. Can't breathe. Paul. 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 Paul, I can't breathe.
With a blade, Paul stood up and swung at Tim before getting all aggressive and in his face. The weird thing was that Paul was known for being a kind man who never really got into arguments, so this was extremely out of character. However, before Tim even had a chance to hit back, Paul returned to his normal self, oblivious of what his body had just been used for. But this wasn't the only paranormal event that was hosted within this factory. It was only the beginning. 2 days after the Paul incident, Tim had finally recovered, and his boss told him it was time he stopped being a coward and came back to work. In order to maintain his job, Tim listened, but this would turn out to be one of the worst decisions of his life. Upon arriving at work, everything was fine for Tim. He did his regular checkups and monitored security until eventually Paul left for home and he was able to feel safe again. As he started to get comfortable though, so did the spirit, and what it did this time was just as spooky as the last.
Please protect me, God. I guess we're doing this. Hello? Shit. What the fuck? Whoa! Hello? Who's there?
When patrolling the storage corridors, one of the doors was knocking, and it happened to be the one to the room that Paul usually found himself in. Curious, Tim went to inspect the scene, and based on his comment asking God to protect him, we know he knew what he was getting into. After entering the room, one of the mannequins toppled over on its own accord, which was the first red flag for Tim to turn back, but he ignored it. After this, a slab of glass shattered before a pot banged the floor behind him, and he knew that the ghost was present. However, Tim was convinced that this was a different entity, but if we zoom in on the very last frame, the outline of a woman can be made out, and I assume that this was what had possessed Paul as well. Little did Tim know, though, that this semi-sighting of the ghost was nothing compared to what he was about to capture. On that same night, he decided to do some more exploring, as he was understandably skeptical that it was actually a ghost haunting him. He adventures for around an hour with no sightings, until eventually something happened that made him wish he never got too ambitious.
Hello?
If you look closely, hands can be seen dangling over what looks like a container, and the figure of a woman can be seen attached to them. Unfortunately though, when Tim turned his flashlight on to capture the ghost, it immediately disappeared and never appeared again. Literally. For the last 2 years, Tim hasn't come across a ghost, which leads him to believe it wasn't a permanent haunting. But the unlucky thing is that he'll never truly know. This little girl was role-playing with her dolls when something extraordinarily creepy happened right next to her. To her dismay, she didn't manage to witness what occurred, but luckily, the CCTV camera in the top corner of the room captured it perfectly. Unexpectedly, the girl's least favorite doll, Lola, started moving by itself in the corner, leading the parents to believe it had been possessed or moved by a ghost. But what actually made them check the security cameras in the first place? Well, a few nights after the doll incident, the little girl was drawing for her parents, and the unexplained happened. except this time she saw it and told them. This incident is what caused them to scan through all CCTV footage of their child to make sure nothing similar was happening. So have a look. Weirdly, all kinds of objects started moving in the room, and no one except the girl was in the room. Things get much creepier when you discover the doll from before was behind the sofa at the time of the incident, making it very possible that it had something to do with this. Immediately after being alerted, the parents put the doll in the trash and paid the collectors to take it far away from their home early. When the doll was removed, all paranormal activity in the house stopped. The following video took place late at night in a home owned by a man named Robert. Robert lived by himself and often had family coming and visiting him, but during the clip you're about to see, he was the only person home. It happened when Robert was struggling to go to sleep, so decided to go downstairs and play some of the guitar before bed. But something else must have had the same idea, because what happens next is shocking.
So I couldn't sleep because I felt like something was watching me. You ever felt like that? I'm all alone. I come out here to play my guitar because I can't sleep. So I look over here at this thing because I feel like it's freaking watching me. And I could have swore I seen it move. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking. That's that bullshit right there. Oh, hell no. I'm done with it. That thing's going in the dump right now. Well, I got something for that. Yeah, I got something for that right now.
To kick the video off, Robert explains his situation and claims that he was sensing that he was being watched. This gave him an eerie feeling when he was in his living room, and he pinned it down to the teddy bear sitting in a box, and somehow he said it moved. Now at first, this was completely unbelievable. But luckily, just as Robert told his story, the bear moved again just to confirm it. Scared but smart, Robert did what he should have done and put the bear in the trash, but no one believed what he saw, so he actually ended up being checked for mental illnesses. To his fortune, he wasn't diagnosed with anything and showed the video he captured to his family, but they are still skeptical to this day. James Talbot was an overnight security officer at a mall and usually worked on the stairwell to make sure that no unwelcome guests came up when time got late. The upcoming clip took place at roughly 1 a.m., where nothing normally happens. At this time, James tends to record himself and post to his YouTube channel, and he's lucky that he had this habit, because if he didn't, he wouldn't have filmed what was about to happen.
Man, I've been clocked in 8 minutes. Hey! Hey! I'm not finna go check shit. I'm not going down there. Shit. Oh, goddamn, the door locked. Oh. Damn. If it is somebody down there, they're gonna stay their goddamn ass down there. I'm not going. Shit. Hurry up and get up these bitches.
Suddenly, footsteps could be heard from the bottom of the stairwell, and doing his job, James called out to the person guilty. But to his dismay, no one responded. Now, instead of going downstairs to investigate the noise further, James started to feel strangely uncomfortable and ran away from the noise, scared of it, which wasn't usual for him. James sprinted down the corridor and into another room where he decided to hide, but suddenly he heard the noise of a whisper from inside the room, and this is when things got real.
Hey, somebody fucking in here with me. I'm up here doing this damn job. These folks want me to do all this walking in the dark. I'm not walking down there in no motherfucking dark. Hey. Hey. Not coming the fuck out there, man. Somebody is down there with me. Somebody in here with me. When I got this job, I told them I don't do things like this. And I got my camera on, bitch. You can go if you just come out. I'll let you go free. But don't try to just pop out on me. You know what I'm saying? Scare the fuck out of me, make me shit all on myself on the job. Come on now. Come on now. I'm just trying to get my goddamn hours and go home now. He gonna act like he don't hear me. You know you back there. Come on. I'm not finna. I'm telling y'all, I'm finna go. And the clock, I'm going this way. Fuck that.
Like before, James started begging the supposed break-in culprit to reveal themselves, and even offered to let them go for free. However, no one spoke back. He stood there for a second and thought of what to do next before following his instinct instead of the job. He packed his bags, locked up, and left for the night. Now, after doing this, James expected there to have been a robbery overnight and had his excuses ready, but surprisingly, nothing happened. Had he really been going crazy, or did something much deeper occur? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It was approximately 2 a.m. on a Tuesday night, and a man named Zark was all alone in his house. His family had already moved out prior to this night because the escalating paranormal activity had started to affect them badly. Zark and his family claimed to have experienced several paranormal events prior to this footage. However, none of them come close to what you're about to see.
The fuck? Where's the cupboard open? The lights are off. You see, I normally keep that light on because that's how I get to know the haunting has begun or not. And that's why I've actually covered the lights so that it doesn't glare on my eyes while I'm sleeping. The cupboard is open right now. I'm alone in the room.
Now, this night started at a fairly low level on the haunted side of things. All Zark saw was the cupboard open, despite being closed when he fell asleep. But compared to other things he had seen, this wasn't too drastic. However, it was just shortly after that, the ghost started to do something Zark had never seen before.
It's at the door. Stop it! Stop it, please!
Weirdly, the door started knocking, and the only explanation for this is that it was a spirit on the other side. Zark asks the spirit to stop the knocking, and after some time it stops. But what happens a few minutes later sends chills down Zark's spine.
Go fuck yourself, Jerry. Go fuck yourself. Shit. I'm not gonna stay here. Fuck.
It's important to note that Zark was completely alone when he heard his kid's voice saying "Daddy," so that had to be a mimic. After this, Zark left his apartment immediately and spent the rest of the night in his car. Alfredo Davella is a policeman who works for a search and destroy team in Brazil. It's 3 in the morning and Alfredo is filming his colleagues as they search a school for a supposed bomb threat. But as they are searching, something disturbing begins to occur. A door is seen opening and closing, and there's something off about this school. Moments later, the team goes to investigate the door, and once they get close, this strange phenomenon stops. What's crazy is that the bomb the team were trying to discover ended up being behind the red door, so perhaps this was an angel coming to save the school. Ghost hunting is considered to be one of the most dangerous jobs in the world for several reasons, one being that annoying spirits never lead to anything good. In the following video, a ghost hunter called Vladimir was searching a home in Russia, and it's safe to say he found what he was looking for.
Allah, tövbe ya Rabbi. Tövbe ya Rabbi. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Kamerayı aldım, dolap kapağı açıldı. Tövbe ya Rabbi. Tövbe ya Rabbi. Resulullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Tövbe ya Rabbi ya Resulullah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillah. 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 Allahu Ekber. Allahu Ekber. Baksanıza şunlara ya.
Strangely, the refrigerator started to open and close itself without any other humans present in the building. The ghost hunter decided to approach this phenomenon, but when he got near, the fridge came to a halt. Doing his job, he went to open it and reveal what was causing the opening and closing, but as he was about to do it, a cupboard behind slammed, as if it didn't want him to check. Regardless, the man opened the refrigerator and all he found was a Coke bottle, which the house owners claimed wasn't there before the hunt. With this information, the man had confirmed there was a spirit in the house, but he didn't have enough evidence, so had to keep searching. For a while, not much happened, which led him to believe the refrigerator was a one-off occurrence. But what happened next was crazy.
Ekber, Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber, La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah. Allah, la ilahe illallah. Sandalye hareket ediyor abi. Tövbe estağfurullah, tövbe estağfurullah. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah. Ah. Allahu Ekber, Allahu Ekber. Ah. Arkadaşlar. Şu benim aklıma takıldı. Evdeki petekler de. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. La ilahe illallah.
As the ghost hunter investigated a chair, it launched itself backwards without anyone or anything pushing it. Immediately, the man started looking around for any logical excuse for the chair moving but couldn't find any, and to put the nail in the coffin, a door opened by itself at the end of the clip. With this concrete evidence of paranormal activity, it was time for the hunter to leave. The following video was captured by a YouTuber who wanted to record some footage for his channel. He was exploring a house in China where the Grim Reaper had supposedly been called, and what he filmed was definitely worth the visit. He is haunted from the second he enters the building to the second he leaves, so take a look.
저쪽에서? 아닌가? 씨. 우와, 날도 춥고. 잠깐만 좀 들어가겠습니다. 뭔 소리야? 잠깐만. 바람?
Strangely, when he opens the door to the residence, one of the doors inside closes on its own, setting the tone for a mysterious adventure.
계십니까? 뭐야? 웬 연기가 김 같은 게... 당신 누구야? 사람이야, 귀신이야? 왜 그러지? 문에 자꾸 이렇게... 열렸어. 아까 처음 하고. 뭐야? 커튼. 바람 때문에 끝나지 않아. 뭐야, 여기 공간이. 문 뒤에 이런 공간이 있어. 뭐가 이런 데가 있었지? 왜 저기 도대체 문을 누가 어떻게 잠근 거야, 그래?
When he's in the house, a low-to-the-ground creature can be seen wandering around. He points at it as it moves as if he is not there. This was unexplainable, but far less scary than the next appearance in the building. Eventually, the man decides to try and communicate with the ghost and sits in between a doorway.
댐벨 한번 들여가지고 대화 시도를 한번 해봐야 될 것 같다. 그렇지 않고서는 오늘 여기서 살아서 못 나간다. 잠시만요. 자, 죄송한데 저 국산 거를 준비 못했고 한 대 개안하게 뽀시고 우리 대화로 하시게요. 자, 혹시 제 얘기 듣고 계세요? 듣고 계시면 뭐 대답 좀 해주세요. 댐벨은 얼마든지 있습니다. 남성분이세요? 여기 사는 망자가 아니시죠? 봤어? 내가 여기 사는 망자가 아니시죠? 하니까 내 집이 아니니까 나가야 된다? 어떤 느낌으로 뭔가 검은색 물체가 슥 나가는 아닌가? 뭐지? 막혔는 다시 들어오셨는 게라오. 어디 계신 게라오? 그대로 있는 것 같은데 뭐지? 장난 엄청 심하네. 왜 이렇게 장난이 심하지? 혹시 장남이세요?
He asks the ghost to make an appearance, and we can see it gliding past the outside window. It's unknown what this creature actually was, but if we zoom in, we can see that it has the figure of the Grim Reaper. The YouTuber was not alone. Throughout the rest of his visit, he witnessed self-moving objects, heard messages, and saw other things, and left the building with the content he wanted. He entered this home, thinking that the Grim Reaper had visited it. Little did he know it was still there. Now, the following video was taken back in 2023, and it seems like not many people have seen this footage. But despite not having many impressions, the video is still very creepy. It was captured while the man of the house was out at work and the wife was doing the dishes. Luckily, they had a Furbo security camera set up in the living room, which is where the incident happened. Have a look. Weirdly, a voice can be heard speaking before the door opens on its own accord. It's unknown what the voice said, but after putting it in slow motion, it either said Hiya or Tia. Hiya would make sense as it would be greeting the people in the house, but Tia is the name of the wife who was doing the dishes. Regardless, something from the supernatural world came to greet her. The dogs instantly stood up and started barking at the door, and even jumped off the sofa as if a human was moving in the room. However, no one could be seen. Collecting things is something that makes humans happy. It makes them feel like they have a purpose, and looking back at their artifacts makes them proud. However, the upcoming video comes from someone who has a collection nobody could dream of. He gathers haunted items from across the country and brings them back to his home. Before this video was uploaded to TikTok, the man had purchased an art piece depicting Wigan, but the artist took their own life after drawing it. People theorize that the art is haunted, and the footage coming up proves that.
I can hear banging coming from downstairs. It woke me up this morning, but there shouldn't be anybody down here. Hello? Oh my god. Hello? Hello? What the fuck? Oh, Will, you okay? Hello? Oh my god, what's going on?
Somehow, the man could hear banging coming from downstairs, so he decided to go and check it out. It was then that a wine glass flew at him from the direction of the haunted art piece. As well as this, a mug on the table slid to the left, confirming that the flying glass was not an anomaly. It was in fact a spirit. The man went to check the room, and nothing was there which could have possibly caused these crazy events to occur. After this event, you'd expect the collector to put his items in the trash, but he doesn't, and pays the price with a much scarier event.
I fell asleep on the couch and the bathroom door is repeatedly banging. Stop! What was that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Alexa, stop! Stop! I do know what is going on in here today, but there's some kind of an atmosphere as well. What the hell is that? Did you see that?
This video was filmed just 2 days after the previous one and was also 2 times as creepy. To start things off, the door was banging and a chair moved, but if that wasn't enough, the Alexa started playing music of her own accord. Finally, a young boy in a white shirt is caught sitting on the sofa, but in the background, and when the man turns to look at it, it's gone. I'll let you try and explain that in the comments. On a Tuesday night, this man called Steven decided to play some Rocket League with his friends. They all usually play games together on a Tuesday, as they are all off work on that day, so it slots in perfectly. However, this evening wasn't going to be a fun one for Steven. Recently, before the night, he had gone to a haunted house with some other friends, and they brought a Ouija board with them to have some fun. They claimed to have spoken to the ghosts successfully, but little did they know that one of them would attach to Steven. It was on this Tuesday night that it decided to strike, and it didn't hold back.
I swear this place is haunted. I've been fucking around with Ouija boards, and I was stupid enough to bloody invite demons to possess me and shit because I didn't believe in it. But ever since then, every time I'm here by myself, I hear shit outside. So I'm playing Rocket League. It's fucking... Oh, did you hear that? Oh, what the fuck? No fucking way. No fucking way. Hello? Is anybody here? Holy shit, why is that fucking moving? Hello? Is anybody here? Oh my god, man. What the fuck?
Unexplainably, the chandelier in the main hallway of the house started shaking by itself without any windows open. It left the man spooked, especially after the door moved beforehand, but there still wasn't enough evidence to convince him a ghost had followed him home until other stuff happened, that is. After seeing a door open and a chandelier move, Steven was forced to continue searching just in case someone else was in the house. And when he entered the kitchen, things went crazy.
No fucking shit. Hello? I heard you. No. No fucking way. No fucking way. Oh my god. Hello? And I swear I just saw a fucking shadow moving here. So what's this fucking light switch?
The lights in the kitchen started flickering when he got close to them, which finally made him believe his house was haunted, although he was still skeptical. He tried his hardest to dismiss it as an electrical error, but also stated that the lights had never done this before, and never did it again after that night. Was it a ghost, or was it a loose wire? I'll leave you to decide that yourself. In the following video, a Spanish man named Martio was home alone waiting for his wife when one of the creepiest instances of his life happened. It's important to note that this house had never had any paranormal reports in its entire time on the market, so the upcoming clip is very unlikely, but it happened. Take a look. While laying in bed, the sound of items dropping to the floor could be heard from Martio's kitchen, and eventually he couldn't resist checking it out. He stood up and cautiously walked over to his kitchen, but what he found was completely unexpected. The floor had a few cups on it, which he had left on the drying rack to be reused. However, not a single soul was in sight. This confused the living hell out of him, but when a cup flew off the shelves while he was standing in the room, that was the nail in the coffin. What made this event very weird is that it continued for hours, but when Martio's wife returned home, it suddenly stopped. He showed his wife the videos he captured, and she understandably seemed scared, but they stayed living there regardless, and nothing else happened to them for a day. The next day, Martio's wife left the house again, this time to go and do some work. He decided that this time he was going to kick back and watch some Netflix, but the spirit in the house decided that this wasn't going to be the case. Just as Martio pressed play on his favorite TV show, a huge bang happened from behind him, and this time he was spooked straight away but had to go and investigate. In case there was an intruder, he decided to enter the door that the bang came from, but after seeing what was behind it, I bet he wished he never did. In this eerie scene, Martio was investigating the room from which the banging came, and it's safe to say that the ghost greeted him well. Upon opening the door, a second bang occurred, leading Martio to the table that he and his wife usually play board games together on. At first, he was completely baffled, but when the red chair moved towards him, that feeling increased by 100-fold. His house was officially haunted. The next day, he ran to the local church and begged the priest for a blessing, but Martio needed more evidence of an evil spirit to be granted his wish. This is why he decided to give up and completely abandon the old home. So he and his wife rented a small local apartment to give them a home until they could sell their own one and purchase a new one. But this wasn't the end of the story. The upcoming clip comes from the couple's second night in the apartment when Martio was sent back to the old one to take some essentials back to the new place. It was at this time that the ghost said its last goodbye to him. When Martio entered the house, he was again greeted with a loud bang, except this time, the entire building was ripped apart. Almost every piece of furniture was toppled onto the floor, as if a toddler had a huge tantrum, and maybe that's close to what happened. After consulting experts, Martio found out that the ghost was tied to their place, and spirits like this tend to get angry when residents leave the property. It's suspected that all of this damage was simply rage from the ghost, but shortly after, the property was sold, so I'm sure the ghost had some new victims to play with. This YouTuber by the name of Steve Ballard is known for searching some of the deepest and darkest places the world has to offer. He isn't necessarily a ghost hunter, but while on his journeys, he does tend to come across a lot of them. In this video, Steve is exploring the Grain Fort tunnels. The tunnels were built to defend the Thames Embassy, and a lot of people died inside its stone walls. However, the site isn't known for being haunted. Many people go down there just to experience the history and rarely come out with a unique sighting, but when Steve Ballard went inside, things turned for the worse.
On the when you go to Grain Fort, there's a load of graffiti on the wall going back to sort of the late 1900s, and that's amazing seeing that. Oh, my torch keeps going out. It's really weird. Where are we going now? Right, let's go. Let's go around there. I'm not filming all the time. I've switched off a bit. Right. Yeah. We go over there in a bit. Let's walk around now. Walk around there? Yeah. I wonder if this is up or is it? Sorry? Just people dumping rubbish? No, I think it's they done an explosive demolition with the top section, and I think it's just a collapse into the tunnel system itself. This tunnel is it's amazing, isn't it? Really smart. It's really clean. Yeah, and it's dry. Look, the best part. Yeah. I think a lot of these are slate. It's big, the big slate slabs on these floors. I'll go down here. God, it just felt cold walking down this, Stu. So what's down this one? We come from there? Yeah, we did. But this one goes down to a dead end. There's another little bridge down there. What a bock of eternal stench. Mind the box, slabs. Wow.
Now, upon first glance, it's very difficult to understand what actually happened in this clip, but if you put it in slow motion, everything becomes apparent. If you look closely at the red circle on screen, a tall shadow figure could be seen walking down the tunnel, and the spooky thing is that Steve went down by himself. This makes the sighting utterly unexplainable. During the moment, Steve didn't realize what he had captured, and was completely oblivious to any paranormal presence in the tunnel, but the comments made sure to let him know. In a follow-up video, he reacted to the segment where the shadow appeared and gave his opinion. Have a listen.
Shadow figure at Grain Fort. Show itself just there. This is being played about half speed. Yeah. Now watch. Now. You see it?
Surprisingly, Steve didn't seem too freaked out that he had almost come face to face with a spirit. In fact, he was quite calm. Perhaps it was due to some of his sightings from other videos that he is used to things like this now. Regardless, he was very lucky to catch this event on camera, and equally fortunate that it didn't follow him home. Or did it? On November 30th of 2020, a man called Wyatt decided it was time to put an end to a saga that had been going on for months. For the last few months, he had been experiencing high levels of paranormal activity in his home, and it was on this day that he decided it was time to capture it and show the real world. Little did he know that the ghost would get much worse when he took the camera out.
But this is on repeat. This happens over and over, and then the knocking happens. The knocking. There it is, and it just goes and goes until you touch stop. Can you stop, please? It's just right there. That's new. Okay. Whatever you are, you gotta go. And that's... Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
In the video, Wyatt claimed that the ghost passing the door and the loud knocking was a regular occurrence in his house, and he didn't sound too fazed. However, since he was filming, he felt a little braver. This time, Wyatt followed the spirit into a small room and saw the chair spinning around, which was supposedly new. As if this wasn't enough, when he approached the chair and decided to check it out, the door behind him slammed shut and trapped him in the room with the ghost. This really freaked him out, so he walked away and ended the recording there and then, not updating anyone since. These two women are having a sleepover together while one of their boyfriends is out on their stag do. They had a fun time on the sleepover, playing games together and gossiping like people do, but things got eerie very fast. The girl in the black jacket, Jess, claimed to have seen something in the closet, to which the girl behind the camera, Abby, reassured her there wasn't. There was only one way to find out: investigate.
Girl, there ain't nothing back there, I'm telling you.
The light just went off.
Nothing back there, right?
There's nobody back here.
I told you. There's never... Oh my god! 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 Oh my god!
Weirdly, when Jess went to look in the closet in an attempt to prove Abby wrong, nothing happened. This led Abby to believe Jess was seeing things, and she made this clear. Little did she know that she had spoken too soon. Moments later, the light turned itself off, and Jess sprinted back to Abby in fear. Abby explained that she locked the closet afterwards and told her boyfriend never to open it again. He thought she was going crazy, but like a good boyfriend, he listened. Not that it had any effect. Abby was right about a spirit living in there, but she had no idea it could leave. The following day, she pulled up in her drive at 9 p.m. after taking her son to a football session. This is when the ghost made its second and much worse appearance.
Which is strange because I don't remember leaving it on.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure I didn't leave it on. Come on. Listen, I'm gonna walk inside real fast. I want you to wait out here for me.
I'll stay right by the door.
Yeah, I want you. Oh my god. Somebody broke into our...
Is that a shadow?
Yeah. I don't know.
Mom, go.
Oh,
That's definitely something.
Jaden, yeah, it is. Go next door. Go next door and get your icy, okay? If you hear me scream, y'all hear me scream, call 911.
Okay.
Okay?
When she pulled up, Abby immediately knew that something was up. Before leaving the house, she always made sure that all the lights were off, except this time, one of them was still on. Now at first, her son didn't believe her and convinced her that she must have accidentally left it, but when the figure walked by, all speculation was out of the window. Understandably, the The kid was rushed next door, and Abby was sent to investigate, but unsurprisingly, she found nothing. The following video was recorded in a man's living room sometime last year. He had just arrived home from a long day at work and was extremely tired, so the last thing he needed was what you're about to witness.
Hello? Hello? Keep hearing weird noises in the basement, Steve, so I just want to... Oh my god. No fucking way, no way, oh my god. See, bro, there's nothing on this fucking door. Hello? Yep, fuck that, I'm not going down there.
His son, Steve, told him that there were noises coming from the basement, but the man was obviously quite skeptical. That was until this happened. Strangely, a repetitive knock sounded at the door, as if there was a person behind it asking to leave the basement. It's important to note that Steve and the man filming are the only two people inside the house, so in their eyes, no one could possibly be on the other side of that door. But something could, and this was about to be confirmed. Slowly, the door started to open all the way, and the man recording quickly showed proof that no strings were attached to the door, but this was only the beginning. Just one day after the previous incident, the man, John, decided to kick back and watch some television so he could forget about it. He managed to watch 2 episodes of his favorite show without any interruption, but the spirit haunting him clearly thought that this was too much free time.
More noises. Whoa! Whoa!
If you look closely, you should be able to see a head-looking object peek from around the wall at John, who was extremely spooked by this. Right after seeing it, he ran through to the room that the head came from, and to his dismay, no one was in sight. Was he seeing things, or was this the real deal? Surprisingly, John believed the former and didn't actually think that this was a spirit, but in his next video, this belief was scheduled to change. On the exact same evening as the last clip, John finished his TV session and was prepared to get ready for bed. He had brushed his teeth, turned most of the lights off, and said goodnight to Steve. But after hearing noises in the basement, he saw the last thing he would have wanted to.
What's the matter, buddy? What's the matter, bud? What's the matter, big guy? Huh? Something down there. Oh. What'd you hear, buddy? Fuck. Just put this in. What's that? What the fuck?
When he opens the door, a white phantom is spotted gliding down the stairs very fast, as if trying not to be seen. With some newfound bravery, John decided to go down into the basement and investigate the scene, but he heard some very disturbing noises. While down there, the eerie sound of a little girl laughing rang around the room, and this is the moment that John truly believed that his house was being haunted by something. But instead of blessing it like a smart man, his next move was far beyond stupidity. After hearing the girl, John ran upstairs to wake up his son, and they had a plan. They were going to lock themselves in the basement. The following video shows exactly what happened. You can call John deluded to say the least.
It's down here. We got it. You smell that? Oh, it smells like shit, bro. here. Stop. Stay by me. It was glass. Don't move. I know. God, you smell that. Did you fart?
It's so cold down here.
It's winter time. Oh, fuck. Cover, stop.
After tying the door closed with black rope, John and Steve cautiously walked down the stairs to the basement, and the sound of a girl laughing could still faintly be heard, except slowly, it morphed into something much worse. If you listen closely, a woman crying starts to echo instead, and many speculate that this was the mother of the girl who was laughing. Perhaps both of them had died and haunted the house together. During their time in the basement, John and Steve experienced lights turning off and objects moving, but the worst sighting of all came at the very end.
All right, we're gonna make a run for it.
Traps us, you were dying first.
It's gonna just go. Shit. Hold on. Oh, shit, get. Oh, God. What? No. We gotta get the fuck out of here. What are we gonna do? No, stop, man.
You locked us in.
I gotta go. No. We make a break. There's nothing there. Stay by me. Stay right fucking behind me. This is a bad idea. Just chill out. Oh shit, it's still there. What the fuck are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
You got your phone?
No, I don't.
When the two made the wise decision to leave the basement, a tall black figure appeared, blocking their exit. Understandably, they panicked and stepped back. But when they went to look again, it was still in the same place. But as if this wasn't creepy enough, another sighting was hidden. If we zoom into this part of the room, eyes can be seen staring at John and Steve from the shadows. Could this have simply been a squatter, or was it a spirit? Let me know in the comments. On a Wednesday evening, a mother of 3 children was locking up the house ready to get everyone to bed before she spotted one of the weirdest and most horrifying things of her life. It was roughly 11 p.m. when the video was recorded, and it gets worse as time goes on. Take a look. On the other side of the garden, the fence was swinging back and forth, and supposedly there was no wind. Now at first I didn't believe this, but when the clip advanced, I knew it had to be on the video. When the mother started scanning the area to find a reason for the unexpected swinging, the figure of a human could be seen staring back at her, to which she jumped back in fear. However, when looking back again, it was gone. This gave her a moment of comfort, but in a flash, it was gone when the door knocked and the camera cut off. It's supposed that when she answered the door, nobody was there, but I guess we'll never know. 2014, a family was in their living room minding their own business. It was their youngest daughter's birthday, and she was upset that she finished opening her presents. However, something much worse was about to happen.
I think I can see it on here. Hold on. No, it's not. Oh, wait, there it is. See if she moves. There it is.
Strangely, the doll moves by itself in an eerie fashion, tilting its head to the left as if trying to get a better view of the man. This action is unexplainable because the box was taped shut since the doll had moved before, meaning that no one or nothing could touch the doll and cause it to move. Since it was impossible for it to move alone, the doll's owner considered it to be possessed and added a lot more tape to the box after this incident. However, he weirdly wasn't freaked out and decided to take a close-up video for people wondering what the doll looked like. It was a day after it moved by itself when the video was taken, and he explains everything, so have a look.
I don't, but I'll get you one. I got her about 2 years ago at a thrift store. There were 3 of them, and for whatever reason, she was very far away from the other ones. And for some reason, I just really wanted this one. She's very cool. I really love the jester style. It's cool. I don't know if she's ever been opened, but I've never opened the box. It's taped closed. And, yeah, I just left her there. It's kind of cool.
When the man purchased the doll, it was separated from all of the other ones, which immediately made things suspicious. Most stores keep related items together, but clearly the store the doll came from didn't. At least that's what is implied. For all we know, it could have moved on to the other side of the store by its own accord, which makes sense since it showcased its abilities on camera before. From the moment of this video and onwards, the doll continued to be in different positions every morning, but unfazed. The man made sure it stayed on the same shelf forever. This YouTuber was exploring the Molly Stark Sanatorium, but although he thought he was alone, he definitely wasn't. Molly Stark Sanatorium is known as one of, if not the most haunted sanatorium in the United States, and the YouTuber, James, was very brave to visit it for some content. The time reached 2 p.m., and he was so deep into the building that all the sunlight had disappeared. It was at this moment that the first hauntings of many occurred.
I could have swore I heard somebody. That's weird.
As James was walking down a dark corridor, the door on the right side of the room opened ever so slightly without anyone there. Now at first, this could have been excused as the wind, but there are 2 reasons why this is not the case. First of all, as James pointed out, if wind was present in the corridor, then the wire ahead would have moved as well. Second of all, if sunlight couldn't be seen, it makes no sense that wind could have reached the location. With wind being completely eliminated, it left James to believe something else was exploring the sanatorium with him, and this would be confirmed 5 minutes later.
What the fuck is that? Yo, do you see that shit, y'all? What the fuck? Yo. What? Yo, what the f... That is crazy. There's somebody down here. Oh, shit. There's somebody down here. I swear I saw somebody. strapped just in case, y'all.
Weirdly, a smartly dressed man could be seen across the corridor, walking like a normal human being, except it was far from it. Out of fear, James pulled out a weapon, which is why the camera shook so much. But when he continued forward to try and find the man, no one could be seen. It was an apparition of the ghost trying to scare James, and it was definitely successful. However, it was done yet, and had another appearance hidden up its sleeve. After seeing this hyper-realistic apparition, James decided it was best to leave the sanatorium. He immediately turned back on himself and eventually made it back outside, seeing a couple of moving objects on the way back. But when he made it to the entrance, another apparition was waiting for him. On the balcony at the very height of the building, a female-like figure quickly walked up to watch James leaving the sanatorium. However, it turned back on itself just as fast. James thinks that this was the same ghost appearing as an apparition, but it could have been another one, considering the gender swap. I'll let you answer that question by yourself in the comments. The following video was taken at Evergreen Cemetery in May of 2016. The cemetery is said to be haunted by the ghost of a young woman who lost her baby. She died shortly after and was buried in this cemetery. She has a statue there and is rumored to search for her baby at night. A couple visited the cemetery to see if this ghost was real and decided to record using their drone, and what they caught was beyond shocking. When the drone stopped to record a grave, a human could be seen bending down next to it as if it was mourning someone. However, when it spotted the drone, it quickly got to its feet and ran away. Weirdly, the run felt smoother than it should be, leading the couple to believe it was a ghost, as it could glide through the obstacles, but this is yet to be confirmed. All we know is that the drone didn't pick anything else up that night, despite attempting to chase the supposed ghost. At a radio station in South America, there have been several reports of a little girl causing terror and mayhem around the building. The weird thing is that none of them have ever seen her face to face, and the only sightings come through reflections. For weeks, the staff were collaborating to try and catch the little girl in the act, but none of them have ever come out successful until the following video. It took place at 4 p.m. on a Thursday and was captured using CCTV. Take a look. Did Did you see it? In a reflective door, the girl could be seen walking past it, but in real life, she was nowhere. As well as this, no shadow could be seen inside her reflection, leading the staff to believe this couldn't be an awful coincidence. After capturing the video, they all argued over whether the girl was a regular spirit or a demon, to which they unanimously ended up voting for demon. Because of this, they blessed the building and tried to get rid of her, but unlike usual, she is still there to this day. On August the 6th, 2021, a woman was left home alone with her dog since her husband had to go out to get his hair cut. Understandably, she wasn't bothered by this and decided to kick back and watch some television, but it didn't take long for her to be interrupted by the doorbell, and after answering it, I bet she wished she never did.
Luna, come on.
Somehow, no one was on the other side of the door, and the bell was still going off after she opened it, so it definitely wasn't a game of ding-dong-ditch. Now at first, the woman brushed this off her shoulder as an issue with the doorbell and hired an electrician to come and fix it. However, when he came round, the ringing stopped, and he inspected it and found no problems. What makes this very strange, though, is that when he left, the ringing continued. The family were forced to move house, and nothing happened after they did. That was until a sleepover. A month after the doorbell incident came to an end, the woman was starting to get comfortable again. It was at this point that she invited her best friend Lucy over to a sleepover, and she agreed to it. They used to sleep at each other's houses all the time as children, so they used this as a time to reminisce on those memories. However, little did any of them know that there was a third person at the sleepover. At least, it could have been a person.
Chilling here, being a kitty cat. Did you do that? Yeah.
Without anyone else in the room, the water bottle topples over by itself. If we can zoom in, we can confirm that no one touched it, meaning that something invisible must have interfered. Both of the women claim that all the windows were closed, so it couldn't have been the wind. A spirit wanted to give them a little fright. But if she thought a self-ringing doorbell and a bottle falling wasn't scary, her ghost was only just getting started. 2 days after the sleepover, the woman was sitting on her sofa to watch a TV show and scroll through her phone. It was at this moment that the following incident happened. Out of nowhere, a couple of books flew from her bookshelf onto the floor. In reaction to this, she immediately stood up and marched to the next room to inform her husband of what happened, to which she was called crazy, but even he was about to be convinced. While he was watching an important sports game, the ghost made a second appearance, except this time her husband managed to experience it.
Fucking water's on. She's flipping out.
Holy crap, Mom! What have you been eating? Mom, really feel the purpose. I'll probably feel better.
Literally just turned back on as soon as I sat down.
I don't see the force.
Oh my god. Luna.
Randomly, a knocking sound came from the corridor, and the woman instantly went to check it. But to her demise, no source could be found. Almost instantly after, the same ringing from the old house came back again, and as if it was the same ghost as before, it stopped just as someone got close to it, before carrying on all over again. Luckily, the husband heard all of the commotion this time, and was also convinced the house was being haunted. But unlike most cases, this family didn't bless the house as they didn't want to annoy the spirit. They left it be and tried to ignore it. Little did they know that this was a huge mistake, and things were about to get physical.
Because my shirt is 6 and I am 1. I gave you 6
7. This is ridiculous. Don't make me think about numbers again. A brave and accurate decision. Yes, aye, Captain. Yes. Yeah, Holy Captain, your horticulture is harvestable. Ah, good. Come on, think. Fine. Hurry happily, and Hank, he's hungry. Hollow hippo.
At first, it's very difficult to understand what happened in this clip, but if we zoom in very closely, we can see the woman's hair gets pulled by thin air. She darted up as this obviously would have harmed her, but when she realized no one did it, she knew her unwelcome guest was back at it. Regardless, both her and the husband continued to live there, unblessed, and there has reportedly been much less paranormal activity. It's hard to tell whether the ghost is getting bored or only just starting. On May 29th of 2018, a man was chilling in his house when he started to hear noises coming from the basement. Now at first, he believed that the noises were coming from a squatter, a person living in his house without any permission. But still unsure, the man decided to investigate, and what he found was beyond terrifying.
Doing this cabinet crown, and I think there's a squatter in this house. I think it's in here. Hello? 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 Anybody here?
Strangely, when the man reached the basement, no one could be seen. As well as this, the lights started flickering on their own accord while the switch was still in view with no one there. It was at this moment that the man realized he wasn't housing a squatter, but a spirit instead. He decided to continue searching though, as he wasn't completely convinced, but his mindset was about to change.
Hello? What the heck is that? Hello? Who is it?
Somehow the door managed to open without anyone behind it, but this was only the beginning. When the man went to inspect the door, nobody was there, and to make things even worse, the basement door slammed shut. When the man opened it, the light started flickering again, and this time he dropped his phone in fear. The ghost seemed to enjoy the device though, as it spun around on the floor without anything pushing it. The man in the house moved out a week later and has witnessed no paranormal activity since. In this short video, a worker called Evelyn is in fear after something happened during her shift. She is accompanied by her boss Dave, who is known for being very patient and kind around the workplace. However, even he was skeptical after this clip. Evelyn had called him down to the room she was working in and claimed she saw a door slam shut by itself. Now at first, Dave didn't believe her story. He didn't think ghosts were real and dismissed Evelyn's fear, but when he went to investigate, all of that changed.
All right, I'm with Evelyn Sims. We're using this recording here due to a statement. She says that there's been things in the back area that have been... I don't know if I want to go back yet. All right, explain to us what happened, Evelyn.
I went to get my little supplies. Dave, I don't want to go back here.
Well, I'm here. I'm here now. Oh, don't worry.
But you go with me.
All right. What? So what happened?
The door just shut on its own. It just sit by itself, David. I don't know if I want to go. I don't feel
All right.
good about that.
All right. Hang on. Just wait.
I don't want to go back there.
Let me just take a look. Now, you say what happened now?
The door shut by itself. Itself, Dave.
All right. Let me see. I'm looking. I'm not going back there either.
Was you scared?
I'm not
going back there. I got a funny feeling about this.
Oh, the door's closed. I mean, it was open?
It was open and it just slammed by itself.
All right. Let me see if I can get it.
Slammed.
All right. Let me go back there. All right, I'm gonna put it on hold. All right. Well, go ahead. I'm standing here. Oh, hold on. I got work call or the call. Go ahead.
If you
Did you hear
remember
that?
when you took a shirt over to the modulars, you took two shirts. One of them said Sawyer. Remember I told you to bring it back?
Ooh, what did I do with it? Oh man.
What's your location?
I'm on the garden level right now. I'm investigating something that happened down in the boiler room with Evelyn. I'll be right up. All right. Well, don't worry. Go get your whatever your material is.
Oh, David. I don't think I want to go there.
Come on, go ahead.
No, I can't.
Evelyn, just go.
No.
All right, hang on. I'll go. Hang on. Okay. I'm right here. I see the door. All right, go get your stuff. I'm right here.
Oh, David, I'm scared.
Don't be. Hold on. Wait a minute. Just wait. Is there anybody back here? Go ahead.
No.
What the shit? Oh my God. No way.
Did you see it? I'm close.
Hold on. Let's go.
Mr. Ortiz.
Stand by. Oh my God.
As he sent Evelyn to go and get her stuff, a chair flew towards them without anyone else in the room. Both people were understandably in fear, and Dave had been convinced that Evelyn's story was real, but this was only the start. Somehow, a loud clanging noise could be heard at the end of the video, indicating that a large metal object had dropped onto them nearby. It was at this point that the camera cut, and to make things worse, Evelyn and Dave were never seen again. Now on this channel, we've covered some disturbing clips, but none of them are nearly as bad as the one we're about to discuss. It was May 18th of 2022, and a woman called Leticia was alone in her Airbnb. At least she thought it was. It was at midnight when she was woken up by a noise she couldn't have possibly imagined. Take a look. Despite thinking she was alone, Leticia heard a scream coming from inside the Airbnb. Now at first she was frightened and refused to move, but when she was brave enough to investigate, she did but found nothing. YouTubers are known for faking and over-editing their videos to the extreme, more specifically horror YouTubers. From cringy 3 AM challenges to fake haunted hospital explorations, the possibilities are endless. However, amongst all of these fake videos are hidden real ones that show undeniable evidence of paranormal activity. The upcoming video is one of them. It was uploaded on June 17th, 2023, and shows a man showing and telling his story of being haunted. Things get very weird.
First I was hearing something like stuff moving around, or stuff like that. It's normal house noises. And then couple voices I've heard. It's kind of freaking me out, though, you know. I thought it was gone.
Now, at first, nothing seems wrong with this clip. On the surface, it's just the man explaining his experience. However, if we zoom into the skeleton, we can see that its head tilts to the left out of nowhere. This is very weird as no one else is in the room. However, this is just a minute into a 20-minute video. So much worse stuff happens. Out of nowhere, the door opens on its own accord, and as if that wasn't creepy enough, it closes. Now the man claims that nobody was in the house at the time of this, which makes it completely unexplainable. Perhaps a strong breeze managed to breach the house, or maybe something was present that the human eye cannot detect. It's likely the latter, and the next clip in the video confirms that.
I don't want it to be more than that, you know? I don't want to know that I'm being fucking possessed or something, you know? I felt something. I keep fucking hearing shit. Why is that? This fucking closet door. Hey, stop!
Somehow, the man's closet opened by itself, similar to the door, except this time he was home. He went to go and close it, and was understandably confused, but it was at this moment he heard footsteps creeping towards the room he came from. The man's wife was home at the time, so it's possible that she was walking on the second floor and it got misinterpreted, but later that day she came downstairs saying that she was having a nap. If she was asleep, then no one could have possibly been making those noises, at least no normal person. The following video was taken in the children's ward at the hospital. The child is called Lila, and her mother, Sydney, decided to visit her while she was being treated. At first, everything seemed normal, and the nurse was being friendly with the mother. However, after a minute, the nurse let the two have some alone time and left the ward. This is when another nurse entered the room.
Okay, go. Who is it?
It's so weird.
Is it you?
Is it?
Me? It's not me.
It's motion sensor. There's no one over there. Okay, do it one more time.
Do it one more time, please.
Okay. One last time.
You okay? Wait, so are we friends now? Can you do it again if we're friends now?
Oh.
We're not friends? You don't like me? Okay.
Are you a doctor?
Are you a... Wait, so do it again if you're a doctor. Wait, are you messing with us or are you actually a doctor? I don't know. Are you just messing with us? Okay. Well.
I don't know.
Weirdly, the tap continuously turned on in sync with Layla's questions, going as far as revealing that it was a doctor. Now, what makes this clip strange is that neither the child nor the mother are freaked out that a presence is answering their questions, but are actually laughing and engaging with it, and this was only the beginning.
Are you a guy or girl? So do it. You're meant to be labeled. Do it. Okay. Okay, so do it if you're a guy. So, do it if you're a guy. Turn it on if you're a guy.
Nope.
So, you're a girl? You're a girl! Are you a... So, she's a girl? Yippee!
Let's see.
Hi, do you have a bracelet? Just want to make sure she has a bracelet on.
Yeah.
You're good.
So, double checking. You're a girl. Yes,
Oh.
maybe?
She got scared of the nurses.
It's okay, the nurses are gone. I promise. So she's a girl.
And just for show, let's see if it comes on right here.
Okay.
I'm right here.
Okay.
Nothing.
So now, let's see. Hello again. Oh, I should ask what color her eyes are.
Yeah, I can play a game.
So okay.
You want to play a game, okay?
So do it if your eyes are blue. Okay. Do it if your eyes are green.
Oh.
Wait, so your eyes are green? Okay, hair color time.
Beebs, are you seeing this?
Are you blonde?
Yeah. I think it's red hair.
Do you have red hair, like my friend? Do you have red? You have red hair. You have red hair.
That was creepy.
What do you mean creepy?
How did Biba guess it? Yeah, it is creepy.
Do you think it's crazy that my friend guessed it?
No.
You think your hair color is common?
Are you scared of the nurses?
You don't like the nurses? I'm sorry. I promise that they're only gonna come back for my x-ray or MRI or whatever. Are you gonna come with me during my MRI x-ray thingy? You're gonna be with me? I'm so happy.
Layla started to inquire more about the ghost and try to figure out what it looked like when it was alive. She discovered that it had green eyes and ginger hair, which made the girl giggle, but the next question was quite unsettling. Layla asked the ghost if it didn't like the nurses, to which it turned the tap on, indicating that the answer was yes. This is rather strange, as the ghost claimed it was a doctor, but didn't like the current ones. Layla's mother, Sydney, theorizes that the spirit was there to haunt the nurses, but I guess we'll never know. However, many people that saw these clips believed that there wasn't a ghost at all, and there was an issue with the sensor on the tap, but Sydney sought out to disprove them.
What?
Despite this, the comment section was still fairly negative about this supposed evidence and was tough to convince, but part 3 to this sage was about to provide concrete proof. At this point, the two had been in the room with the ghost for 20 minutes, and Layla decided to call her dad on Snapchat to showcase the ghost, but little did she know things were about to get much crazier.
You want to play another game?
Yes. Or no?
Okay, just watch my camera, okay, Dad?
Watch your camera, baby.
Watch my camera, okay?
Okay.
It's a friend.
We have a friend in the room.
Have you always been with us or stayed at this hospital?
Are you in the hospital?
All the time? So we just met? Do you like to say hi to other kids when they come?
Are you scared of the nurses? Did the nurses scare you when they came in the room?
Maybe he doesn't like to be on camera.
It's a girl.
It's a girl.
How dare you?
We asked.
So you're a girl, right?
She doesn't like to be on camera.
Well, the camera can't see her. She has red hair and green eyes. Yes? Red hair, green eyes?
No, she said blue eyes.
Oh.
Yeah, see?
Green. Wait, did you say blue eyes?
You're scaring your dad. Do you like to scare people?
Oh, so she has blue eyes?
Do you have blue eyes, yes? Or do you have green eyes? Blue eyes?
Is she blinking the lights?
Hmm?
Was she blinking the lights?
No, do you see the water, baby? The faucet.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so can you flicker the lights or no?
Did you see that?
The call started off with a few questions to show him that the tap could turn on and off by itself, but eventually the dad mentioned flickering the lights instead of turning on the tap to give him more evidence. This led Layla to ask the ghost if she could flicker the lights, and if we slow down the footage, the lights dimming at that exact moment. Could this be the act of a ghost, or is it just a coincidence? I'm keen to hear what you have to think in the comments. On July 22nd of 2011, a man called Richard was home alone when he experienced one of the creepiest things of his entire life. It was 3 in the afternoon when he heard something drop onto the floor in his kitchen and decided to investigate with his camera. It was at this point that he captured the following video.
Do it again. I'm wasting my time. Stop. Do it again. Don't get on time just yet. Can you communicate with me, please? throwing stuff around. I don't know if to make it out if that's because it's a cross or just because it was light or just because I'd drawn around it. Oh, that's getting sketchy. I'm going to go out the car now, open the window. Okay. Yeah, that in time.
Strangely, many items in the room started to drop to the floor without anyone else in the house. Richard claims that all the windows in the house were closed at the time, so this couldn't have been caused by the wind. Something else must have been in the room. Things got much creepier when the cross Richard had placed in the room flew to the ground more aggressively than any other item, indicating that the spirit definitely wasn't on the holy side of things. Richard understandably fled the house and waited outside, recording through the window in case something else occurred. However, nothing happened ever again. Could this have been a coincidence, or did a ghost pop in to say hello? I guess we'll never truly know. In this next video, two friends have just arrived home from a night out, and one of them decides to go upstairs. This leaves the eldest one, Sophia, alone downstairs. At least she thinks that is the case. The time hits 3 a.m., and Sophia is about to go upstairs to get some rest. However, as she closes the kitchen door, she realizes there was a third friend in the house.
Okay, there's nobody here, right? Nobody here. What is that? Because it is not me. This is me leaving, closing the door. What the fuck is that? And here comes the door back opening. And nobody's there. But yet. Hi.
Somehow, the mirror reflected a second person in frame, ahead of Sophia. What makes this weird is that no one is actually in front of her, and the figure can only be spotted when looking into the mirror. Sophia speculates that the person was one of her old friends, Lexi, who unfortunately died in a car crash a year prior. Lexi used to hang out with Sophia and her other friend all the time, so it made sense as to why she decided to appear for the night out. Regardless, it left Sophia spooked, and when she showed her friend the video, they both went to bed in the same room. The following video was recorded in the basement of a young family's home with a couple and their daughter. The family had only recently moved into the house as they had migrated from California to Philadelphia for work reasons, but none of them knew how much this would change their lives. Upon moving into the house, they all noticed strange events happening in the basement, with most of them being self-moving objects. However, it wasn't until the upcoming clip was captured that they had concrete evidence. Take a look.
Like I was saying earlier, most of the stuff does happen down here, and I mean, you can't really, there it is, so, that's freaky stuff right there, man. Yep, that's what you call it. So that door always swings wide open and it stays open. It doesn't ever close, stay like that. Oh, there you go. Let go of it. Oh crap, that's freaky.
Out of nowhere, a can falls down from the shelves, and the way it does this is very weird. If we zoom into it, we can see that it tilts to the left before actually falling, which is completely unexplainable. Following the can came two blue spray paint containers, another white container, and the door even closed itself. The father who recorded the video immediately went to the local church and asked a priest to bless the house, and he got what he wished for. Since the blessing, no paranormal activity has happened in the house, but who knows if it'll come and strike again. During the winter of 2021, an Arab ghost hunter named Hamza was commissioned to search a local residence that had supposedly been haunted for the last 15 years. Every known residence of the house in that time span reported paranormal activity, but it took ages for someone to pay a hunter to come and confirm this. It was 1 a.m. when Hamza arrived on site and went into the building. Little did he know this was going to be one of his creepiest shifts ever.
هذا المكان أبي أروحه يا جماعة. بسم الله بسم الله يا جماعة، لا يكون هذا جنة بنويرة وهذا واحد. شوفوا 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 يا جماعة. يما أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات. يا جماعة ماني عارف أدخل المكان. شوفوا هذا يطالع يا جماعة، أقسم بالله كأنه يطالع. لازم أدخل وأشوف إيش السالفة.
When inspecting the building before he entered it, something terrifying caught the eye of Hamza. On the second floor of the building, something white could be seen, poking its head around the window and staring at him creepily, and when he acknowledged it, it slowly disappeared behind the blinds. Now, in this situation, the majority of people would call it a day, but since Hamza's job is to hunt spirits, he wasn't fazed by a sighting this poor. Because of this, he decided to enter the building, and what happened when he went inside was shocking.
أبوك بسم الله. الصوت من وين؟ يا جماعة اختفى الصوت، اختفى الصوت. أعوذ بكلمات لا التامات من شر ما خلق. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. شوف يا جماعة، لا 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 يا جماعة معليش، أعتذر منكم، موقع جديد وأبو خالد مرة بعيد عني، فاستودعتكم الله الذي لا تضيع ودائعه. لا إله إلا الله. يا جماعة هذه طارت هناك. لا في صوت، ورب الكعبة في صوت يا جماعة. حطوا السماعات يا جماعة، حطوا السماعات.
Weirdly, large, heavy footsteps could be heard upstairs when Hamza entered the building, and this resulted in him going upstairs to check it out. When he reached the top of the stairs, he came face to face with a metal pipe across the corridor, except it was no normal pipe. It collapsed without anyone else in the room, leading Hamza to believe he had enough evidence of a spirit. He called his mission a day and reported his sightings back to the house owners. They decided to bless the house, and no updates were given as to whether or not it worked. On a Tuesday night, a police guard called Jay was working on a night shift. His job was to sit in the main office to greet visitors, watch the cameras, and fend off any intruders. But on this night, none of these instances came into play. Jay was just an hour away from finishing his shift at the time this video was filmed, but what CCTV captured really freaked him out. Take a look.
Just look real close. Just look. It's coming from the door, from outside. See it? It's faint. It's real faint. I'm looking at it, I'm like, hold on, let me feel if it's real. It's real. It's cold too. When I put my hand up there by it, it's real cold. Then it went back there towards the door, all the way back there in the back. I'm like, whoa. I wanted to see it. Went close to me or some shit. I'm like, also ghosts, because ghosts do give out like a cold chill, like when you put, like, it's like a cold breeze there. I'm like, okay. Shit, I saw it came from outside too. I'm like, damn. And I wasn't even freaked out. I just wanted to see how it felt. I was like, so that motherfucker cold in the mud. So I saw it. That shit is crazy, man. It's been a while since I've seen this, so like I said, it come every now and then, but you have to look real hard though, real hard to see it. It came from here and it went real slow. Just look real hard when you rewind the video.
If you look closely, you can see a faint figure sliding its way through the door into the main office. Fortunately, Jay was lucky enough to have been paying attention, otherwise he would have missed the spirit's entry. Upon seeing it, he decided to reach his hands out to feel its presence, and claimed to have immediately become much colder. When a ghost is in the room, temperatures tend to drop, so all the details added towards a paranormal event. If that wasn't enough to convince Jay though, what the spirit did next definitely was.
Saw that motherfucker. But this one did something. This one did something crazy this time. Look at the left. See it? Coming from the left. I see it. Then it started going up towards the exit sign. Then going towards the left, all the way down to the bottom left. And I'm like, the fuck? And it like disappeared or something. Then I started hearing noise down towards that door all the way to the back. I started hearing shit. Then I heard like the door rattle. I was like, what the fuck? I heard the door rattle, man. Oh my God. Like it wanted to go in the back. Like that's the boiler room back there. So I'm like, I'm like, oh hell no. Hell fucking no. My heart was just beating like I was trying to calm down so bad. I'm like, okay. All right. But that was it, man.
About 5 minutes after entering the building, the ghost made a second appearance, and Jay was much more spooked by it. It started by gliding around the door, again, only faintly being visible. Next, it started making noises around the building to mess with Jay, and this is when he started to get very confused. As if this wasn't enough, the door at the end of the corridor started rattling as if the spirit wanted to enter it, and it was at this point Jay knew something else was definitely in the building. However, it disappeared for a few weeks. Jay reported that he had 2 weeks with no paranormal activity during his night shifts, but of course this ceasefire had to come to an end. It was a fortnight after the initial recording of the ghost that the final video of the saga was captured, and it was the creepiest of them all.
Hey everyone, I'm back. It's been a few things that's been happening, but I wasn't able to record at the time. You know, the normal stuff, like the little white mist showed up and stuff back then. Like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. It came from the the mail room, and it went that way, but I couldn't record at the time. So But I know y'all probably tired of seeing that anyway. But I saw it, but I was like, damn, the epidemic didn't even stop that motherfucker from showing up. So, well, this is something new this is something new that just happened. I'm just, I'll just go through the cameras, see if anything's going on and stuff. But this apartment right here is vacant. This is on the 9th floor. This is vacant. Ain't nobody in there. I don't know. I mean, it probably could be debunked. So it could be the wind or anything, I don't know. But it just kept, like somebody trying to open it. It could be the wind. I don't know. It probably could be debunked. So I'm just saying it could be explained and it could not be. So I'm just showing y'all something unusual that never happened before. All these other vacant buildings, like vacant apartments that I don't see them move on their own like that. So watch this door right here. Just watch this door. You don't see it move. See? Watch. See? So like somebody trying to open it, see? Look at that shit. Now it could be the wind, I don't know. But has this happened? Have y'all seen stuff like this before? Door trying to open, like bounce, like opening in and out like that. Like that. See that shit? The fuck? But it's been, see, then it stopped. The fuck type of shit is that? Somebody explain that. If not, then that's crazy. But explain that, please.
Strangely, the door was moving in a very peculiar motion which couldn't have been caused by anything natural. Jay tries to play it off as the wind being weird, but wind only goes in one direction, and that door was moving back and forth. If you have any explanation for this door moving, then let me know in the comments, but it's going to be very difficult to convince me. Dolls and toys are considered by many to be the most haunted things on the planet. For some reason, tons of evil spirits such as poltergeists, demons, and skinwalkers love to possess them, and the following video is an example of this. Have a watch.
So, here is a video of me and my son visiting the old storage unit, where I keep all my fancy collectibles. I will say the place is rather frightening, especially the basement level of this facility. And here's the doll you've all been asking for close-ups of. I found this at a swap meet, and I immediately knew this was worth something. I've had a lot of skeptics argue with me, but I do believe it's cursed. And you'll see why in just a moment. And so the workers at the storage place brought me to their office and showed me a video of my unit, saying they heard loud noises inside. They thought it was me, which I surely denied. They wanted proof, so I gave it to them. I've been told it's a poltergeist, which I had no idea what that meant. Until I saw a couple of videos online of said phenomenon. But just watch the video for yourself. Super creepy stuff.
The man claims that he found the doll at a swap meet and immediately knew it was worth something. It looked extremely creepy and didn't look anything like a children's toy should do. Regardless, the man took the doll, as he collects strange items of its kind, and decided to place it inside his storage unit. Luckily, the place he stored his collectibles at had CCTV within the units, which meant they were able to capture the unexplainable clip. Somehow, the toy moved by itself and scanned the room for things to do. However, it looked disappointed that it was trapped in a unit and immediately dropped back to the floor. It's a good thing they didn't keep it at home.